Hello viewers, I hope you will be fine. Russian forces in retreat near Bakhmut, says Wagner Group. Kyiv says it shoot down 29 of 30 missiles in overnight Moscow attacks. The Ukraine military and Russia's Wagner private army both reported further Russian retreats on the outskirts of Bakhmut on Thursday as Kyiv pressed on with its biggest advance for 6 months ahead of a planned counteroffensive. Ukraine troops near the front line said Russia was bombarding access roads to slow the Ukraine isolate. Now, for the most part, as we have started to advance, they are shelling all the routes to front positions, so our armored vehicles cannot deliver more infantry ammunition and other things, said Petro Pedorio, commander of Ukraine artillery unit. Ukraine military, which has been cautious so far in reporting gains in the area, said troops had advanced in places by more than a mile. Its forces had been on the defensive for half a year, weathering a huge winter and spring offensive by Moscow that saw only slow gains. Despite the fact that our units do not have an advantage in equipment and personnel, they have continued to advance on the flanks and covered a distance of 150 to 1700 meters. Military spokesperson Shri Charvati said in the televised comments. Wagner boss Yevgeny Prigozhin says his forces inside Bakhmut itself are still advancing on the cusp of pushing Ukraine troops out of their last foothold in the built-up area on the city's western outskirts. But he excuses commanders of Russian regular forces of abandoning vital ground on the flanks north and south of the city, raising the risk of troops inside being encirculated. Unfortunately, units of the Russian defense minister have withdrawn up to 1880 feet to the north of Bakhmut, exposing our flanks, Prigozhin said in his latest voice message on Thursday. I am appealing to the top leadership of the Ministry of Defense publicity because my letters are not being read, Pentagon said, addressed Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu and Chief of the General Staff Valery Gerasimov. Please do not give up the flanks. The Russian Defense Minister has acknowledged some withdrawals from position near Bakhmut over the past week, but denies Prigozhin's assertion that flanks are crumbling or that it has withheld ammunition from Wagner. Thanks a lot.